You wake up already feeling behind. Not because something bad happened, not because you failed, but because there's a quiet pressure sitting in your chest before the day even begins. You haven't checked your phone yet. You haven't spoken to anyone. And still, your body feels like it needs to catch up to something you can't see. You tell yourself you're just tired, or unmotivated, or lazy, but that explanation never fully fits. Because even on days when you rest, the pressure doesn't leave. It just changes shape. You move through life feeling like you're always supposed to be doing more, improving more, fixing something, becoming someone better. And if you stop for too long, guilt shows up. Not loud guilt, quiet guilt. The kind that says, you could be using this time better. Even when nothing is wrong, your nervous system stays alert. Even when you're safe, your mind stays busy. And slowly, without realizing it, your life starts to revolve around an invisible demand that never fully speaks its name. At first, this pressure looks like ambition. You tell yourself you just care, you just want to grow, you just don't want to waste your potential. But over time, it starts to feel heavier. Rest doesn't feel restorative anymore, it feels earned. Peace doesn't feel natural, it feels temporary. And joy comes with a shadow, because part of you is already thinking about what comes next. This is where it gets interesting. Because this pressure doesn't come from your goals, it comes from your conditioning. Many people don't grow up learning that they are allowed to exist without performing. Love, attention, safety, or approval often come with conditions. You're praised when you achieve. You're noticed when you behave well. You're valued when you don't cause problems. And slowly your nervous system learns an equation. Worth equals output. Calm equals danger. Stillness equals falling behind. So even when you're an adult, your body hasn't updated the rules. It still believes that slowing down means losing something, that stopping means you'll be forgotten, that if you're not improving, you're regressing. This isn't a conscious belief. It lives deeper than thought. It lives in your muscles, your breathing, your sense of urgency when nothing urgent is happening. You might notice it in how hard it is to enjoy moments fully, even good moments. Even calm moments, there's a subtle scanning, a checking, a feeling that something needs to be optimized. And when you can't identify what that something is, you turn the pressure inward, you become self-critical. You analyze yourself, you push yourself harder. Not because you hate yourself, but because part of you believes this pressure is what keeps you safe. Psychologically, this is often tied to chronic survival mode. When your early environment taught you that unpredictability or emotional withdrawal could happen at any time, your nervous system adapted by staying ready, ready to adjust, ready to perform, ready to prove. Over time, this readiness turns into identity. You don't experience it as fear. You experience it as just how I am, but the long-term cost is subtle and serious. Your energy drains without obvious reason. Your mind feels busy even when life is stable. You struggle to feel satisfied because satisfaction feels like letting your guard down. And letting your guard down doesn't feel safe. You might notice that you're very good at holding things together. You function. You show up. You do what's expected. But inside there's a quiet exhaustion that doesn't go away with sleep, because what's exhausting you isn't activity. It's vigilance, and here's the paradox. The more you obey this invisible pressure, the more disconnected you feel from yourself. You lose touch with what you actually want, because everything becomes filtered through what you should want. You stop asking, what feels right? And start asking, what makes sense? Or, what looks responsible? Or, what will move me forward? Over time, this creates a strange emptiness, not dramatic, not depressive. Just a dull sense that life is happening, but you're not fully inside it. And that's often when people start blaming themselves. They think something is wrong with their personality, or their motivation, or their discipline. But here's the truth, and this matters. Nothing is wrong with you. Your system is doing exactly what it learned to do. The pressure you feel is not a personal failure. It's a survival adaptation that stayed active longer than it needed to. Your nervous system learned to equate tension with safety, and now relaxation feels unfamiliar. Not because it's bad, but because it's new. Healing this doesn't start with forcing yourself to relax. That often backfires. It starts with noticing the pressure without obeying it. With small moments where you let yourself pause without justification, where you don't explain your rest, where you don't turn calm into a task. It also means redefining productivity, not as constant motion, but as alignment. Not as output, but as presence. When your body learns that nothing bad happens when you slow down, really learns it, the pressure begins to loosen on its own. You don't need to get rid of ambition. You don't need to become passive. You just need to stop living as if your worth is on a timer. You were never meant to be in survival mode forever. You were meant to live. And the moment you start allowing yourself to exist without earning it, something shifts, your energy returns. Your choices feel clearer. Your life feels quieter, not empty, but spacious. That invisible pressure loses its grip, not because you fought it, but because you finally stopped believing it was the truth.